So, an interesting spiritual healing with the physical side, or physical healing with the spiritual side, depends on how you want to look at the story. And not one that necessarily might translate perfectly to our time, but I think there's some things we can take from it today to help us kind of have some perspective or maybe see things from Jesus' perspective here. And the first thing I would say is it's important for us to remember that spiritual health is connected to physical and mental health, or we could say it the other way around: physical and mental health is connected to spiritual health. It's wrong to look back and just think everything that goes wrong with our body is something spiritual, right? It's God mad at us or something like that. I've heard people say things like that. Sometimes something that goes wrong is just something that goes wrong. I was back in New York visiting a cousin who was a pharmacist for 40 years, just recently retired and had to get hip surgery. Said, I had to get hip surgery because I stood on a pharmacy desk like this for 40 straight years. My hip was messed up, it's destroyed, right? We don't need a further explanation. We get it. And a lot of us have aches and pains and things that are just kind of life, wear and tear of life, right? Not everything has a spiritual explanation, nor do we need one. But it would also be wrong for us to say that there is no connection between spiritual health, mental health, physical health. And so in this particular case, there is a spiritual thing afflicting this woman that's causing her physical pain. There is a connection there. I wish I had like a spreadsheet that could tell you, like, if it's this illness, it's a spiritual thing. If it's this illness, take more B12. If it's this, go see, get some icy hot, right? I wish we had those. Jesus never gave us one. The Bible will never give us that kind of formula, but I think we just need to be aware for our own lives, the connection between spiritual health and our physical and mental health. We know what happens when we neglect one, right? You know what happens if you neglect your physical health, right? It has an effect on you. So spiritual health, if we neglect that, will have an effect in other areas too. I think that's important for us to remember. While we can't explain it, there's no formula, it's important to remember those areas of our life are connected.